All right, let's jump right in. We're about to explore a single, really powerful idea. It's a principle that, according to our sources today, connects one of the biggest alleged secrets in history with the future of human healing. It's kind of like a story being told in two completely different keys, but you'll see, the melody might just be the exact same.
We're going to start with a pretty chilling claim. According to one of our sources, the President of the United States himself, John F. Kennedy, admitted that this whole subject was, well, totally out of his hands. This really sets the stage for a secret so deep it apparently operates beyond the reach of even the most powerful person on the planet.
So that begs the question, right? If the president isn't in control, then who is? This first part of our explainer is going to unpack the claims from our source material about this entity, this power that's supposedly operating completely in the shadows.
Now, the claim here is that this isn't your standard government secret. Not even close. Instead, the idea is that the whole subject was basically privatized. It became what they call a deep black operation, which means it's accountable to pretty much no one but itself.
And where are these incredible claims coming from? Well, the source material bases all of this on witness testimony. And look at this list. We're talking high-ranking military officers, career engineers from massive aerospace companies, even a theologian from inside the Vatican. These are serious people with serious credentials making some absolutely unbelievable claims.
And you better believe the stakes were high. This quote from a U.S. Marine in the source material, it describes a direct threat he received to make sure he kept his mouth shut after an encounter. I mean, that really paints a picture of the kind of intimidation allegedly being used to keep this thing under wraps.
Okay, so we've talked about the who behind the secret, but what about the what? What is actually being kept secret? According to the sources, it's not just about, visitors from somewhere else. It's about the technology they supposedly have.
This really puts it all in perspective. On the left, you've got our world. Internal combustion, rockets, jet fuel. But on the right, that's what the source material describes. Technology that runs on electromagnetic fields, zero-point energy, and anti-gravity. Stuff that can make right-angle turns at full speed. It's a whole different ballgame.
And to even start to wrap our heads around how any of that could be possible, we need to talk about its core concept, frequency. Simply put, it's the rate of vibration. It's a basic idea from physics class, right? But according to our sources, it is the key to absolutely everything.
And here's where it gets tangible. This is a witness describing not just seeing something, but hearing it. This hum, this deep, fluctuating bass sound. It's like the technology itself was humming with a certain frequency, a vibration. It all comes back to that core idea.
Okay, and this is where things got really interesting, because this whole idea of frequency, this thing that's apparently so crucial to this hidden technology, well, it turns out it's not just about machines. Not at all.
So now we're going to switch gears to our second source. It's a research paper on sound therapy. And what's incredible is that it makes the case that the human body itself is basically a symphony of frequencies, a system that can actually be tuned, like an instrument, for better health.
The paper builds its whole theory on the idea of chakras, and it describes them not as some mystical concept, but as real energy centers inside the body. And here's the kicker. Each one has its own specific, resonant frequency. You can think of them like tuning forks for your body's energy. And get this, the paper claims these frequencies are actually measurable. This table is wild. It shows the specific resonant frequencies for one patient's 7 chakras, all measured in hertz. So this isn't just an abstract idea. It's being presented as hard, quantifiable data.
So how's it supposed to work? Well, the method they describe is actually really systematic. First, you measure the body's natural frequencies. Then, you use sound generators and a specific math algorithm to find the perfect combination of tones that maximizes something they call the vital energy index.
And here are the results they claim they got. This graph is tracking a patient's vital energy index over 120 sessions. And you can see it right there, a clear, steady climb, which the paper says is a direct result of this optimized sound therapy.
The math behind this is pretty cool. This geometric shape, they call it a simplex, is how they find the best frequency. It's basically a way of methodically testing different combinations, step by step, to find the one that produces the best result. It's like a mathematical search for perfect harmony. So let's tie all of this together. We've got one source talking about advanced tech based on frequency, and another talking about human healing based on frequency. So what if, and it's a big what if these two completely separate ideas are actually connected?
According to that first document, getting this hidden technology out in the open isn't just about faster travel. The promises are huge. We're talking about an end to pollution, clean energy for every single person on Earth, an end to poverty, basically world peace.
And then on the flip side, you have the promises from the sound healing paper, not for the world, but for you, for the individual. Restored balance, a free flow of energy, harmonized physical and emotional well-being. It's the same theme of transformation, just on a different scale. The macro and the micro, echoing each other.
So what does this all mean? It means that whether you're talking about powering an entire civilization or just healing a single human body, both of our sources today are pointing to the exact same underlying concept, a reality that is fundamentally governed by frequency and vibration.
And that leaves us with one last really provocative thought. Could mastering frequency be some kind of universal key? Is it possible that the very same principles you would need to explore the stars are the exact same principles you need to heal yourself? Definitely something to think about.